Hi, my name is Nicole Brockett. I'm 18 years old and I go to Clovis Adult Education. I weigh 233 pounds and I'm 5'6". It wasn't easy going to school and surviving social or non-social life. It always kind of was harder than what other people or, people with lesser health problems or anything. My freshman and sophomore and part of junior, I had went to Clovis East High School. I started falling back because I was getting more distracted and I was getting depressed because I was so overweight and I just felt like I didn't fit in anymore. I had talked to my parents and we had decided to go to a doctor and see maybe what was wrong with me, if that could help. Found out I had a thyroid problem. It was pretty bad. We went and got it fixed, got that normal. I still wasn't feeling too great, so maybe we decided to try another route. Halfway through my junior year, we decided to go to Enterprise, what is it called? Enterprise Independent Study School. And I liked it there for a while there, and I did really good and did so much better at it and everything. And just, it was a lot easier on me and then everything. Then I started falling back a little bit more and getting more different again and feeling not the same and wanting to be away from people and stuff and not wanting to show my face and go out and hang out with my friends anymore. I lost a lot of friends over it. I had decided, let's go to the doctor one more time and maybe something else could be wrong. So we sat there, went to the doctor. They had diagnosed me as having depression. I am now on depression and thyroid pills, which has really affected my weight big time. I did Weight Watchers a couple years ago and I did really good. I was really dedicated to it and I really pushed myself to it. I didn't exercise as much as I should have, but I did go for walks and, tried to move a little bit more. I learned a lot of new eating habits with that, but the thing is, we couldn't afford it anymore, so I ended up just quitting, and I pretty much gained my weight back and more. I had lost a little over 30 pounds then. As you can tell, it's back. But I am now more dedicated and I've been actually still working on it. I try to walk as much as I can and take the dog for a walk and watch more of what I'm eating. I'm not the best at it because my boyfriend loves to eat. And I've been with him for a little over 6 months and he's just an eater. He's always asking, oh, let's go here, let's go there. And I'm like, I really can't do that and it's really hard for me. But it was really hard for me to date people when I was in school because I felt so discouraged and everything. It took me a long time to find my boyfriend JJ now because he accepts me for who I am, which I am very thankful for that because not a lot of people really like heavy-set people, and it's really sad because you can't wear all the little outfits you want to wear and look all cute and go to everything and all that. Um, like, I'm one of those that like to go out and have fun with my friends. My best friend Alexa and me, we're just fun and outgoing and everything, and we just love just going and hanging out with friends, going out, meeting new people. I love meeting new people because we both get along with a lot of people. I had always like my little out to go kind of outfits was always like, like my skirts. I always loved that, but it was always real tight on my stomach, so I always had like this still. And it was still hard to fit. And then with like I love showing my like up here and stuff. My mom hates it, but I always try to show my best attraction. But I try really hard, and this is one of my favorite tops actually. And as you can tell, it's tight, a tight thing, and my arms, I just hate showing them. So then I sit there and I put jackets over or sweaters, and I always like put real heavy sweaters on trying to hide stuff and everything. And then when I want to go out, I still like, I'll get like something like this, where it still covers my arms and like baggy right here, but then you can still see, like even like right now, you can still see how it still shows a little bit. So it still bothers me and I'm still really self-conscious about it. It's not very fun sitting there feeling like you don't look the part what you want to. You don't feel the way you really want to. You don't feel as good as you should. I want to feel like I'm attractive, and it's really hard to do when I'm so unhappy with myself and how I look. I just sit there and like look in the mirror and just wish totally different, and I try to work on it, but I'm not the best at motivating myself because I've been overweight for so long. But now I am going to Clovis Adult, and I only go to class on Mondays and Wednesdays from 4 to 7, so it's a little bit easier on me and a little bit, but I'm trying to work and do my schedule and make sure I have all my work done, and it's hard because I'm not the best at school. I try to push myself as much as I can and just try to show people that I can do it. There is pretty much like my family, my friends, they have always been the ones there for me. My mom is overweight, and it's really hard because I try to help and maybe try to improve myself to maybe try and help her at the same time. So it's really hard to like work on it and make things better when I want the best for me and I want the best for, everybody. And I think if I could feel better about myself, I can help my mom out, and maybe she'll feel better about herself. I want to help as much as possible. I live with my mom and my dad, Cheryl and John, and my little cousin Taylor lives here for during her school year because she goes to the school next to us, and she's been living here. I have an older sister that is 20 years old. She lives with her boyfriend and everything, and just my sister has always been the one that looks all slender and it's got all the sports and got that figure that everybody wants, just natural. And if you can tell, that's her right there, and she's just, in my words, perfect. I mean, she's my sister. I love both my sisters, and they're both really, thin. My sister Stacia never really had to try at it. It just kind of came natural to her, and it kind of sucked because I was always, her sister to everybody. So that didn't help because it just discouraged me even more. I wasn't, that pretty little perfect one like her. So it was hard to try and be up to her standards, and I just want to just be myself and be the person I want to be. I did soccer, basketball, shoot, what else? I have done so many sports. I have dedicated myself to it when I was younger. It was really hard to keep up and make sure like I was there with everyone else. Everyone else was already like active and but I still had that extra weight, and it was harder to keep up with all the other kids that had more active and didn't have as much weight as me. I love sports. I am a very sports person, I love to watch it and I love to do it. I'm not the best, but I still try. And just I try to work everything out and try and help it all.
Describe your most painful moments in high school that have to do with your weight.
Pretty much anything else in high school or my social life or even really non-social that I have lately or before was just, pretty much switching schools and trying to get my medication regulated and having friends, and it's just losing friends and not